Okay, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about another Carl Cox album. I just got done listening to it for the first time from beginning to end, and I just thought it would be interesting to let you know what my first impressions are off the album. And the first impression is that it's absolutely amazing. It's a wonderful album. As a matter of fact, I like it very much. It's all roads lead to the dance floor. I believe it was released in 2012, and I have to say that the all three songs where Juanita Timpanaro sings in are just amazing, especially Nexus. Out of the three songs where she sings, I think Nexus is just, it'll blow your mind. It's so good, so good. I mean, first of all, Carl Cox, he has this amazing ability to put so much bass into his songs. It's with, and he does it in a way where it doesn't, it's not done, with like an afterthought. He really, I can see that when he constructs his songs, the bass element in the songs really are hit the key. They just sound really good compared to other artists where sometimes they use bass and the whole song sounds very discontorted and just not very good. But Carl Cox knows how to use the bass and how to level it out so that it actually complements the song rather than hinder it. So that's essentially my first impressions of the album. Then there's a bonus track at the very end. If you have Apple Music, the album is 15 songs, and the 15th song is the bonus track. And I don't know, but I think that bonus track should have been on the album, because if that's a bonus track, I can't imagine what Carl Cox's music vault sounds like, because it is really good. I mean, I have to say that bonus track is almost one of the best songs, apart from the songs that I mentioned, the three songs with Juanita Timpanaro. The first song off the album is one of those Juanita Timpanaro's songs, but as I said, Nexus is just amazing. All I can say is that the songs on this album are not as long. They're essentially around 2 minutes to 4 minutes long, and that's just enough time for you to get excited, and then a new song comes in. If I would have to compare it to his most recent album, Electronic Generations, hands down, like this album much more, the one from 2012. All roads lead to the dance floor. There's just something about this album that just is just spot on, just so well produced, and it's almost like it's not essentially techno music, but it's more like hard house music, which has this really funky groove, and I really like it a lot. When it comes to the 2022 album, Electronic Generations, I'm not saying it's a bad album by any means, the 2022 album. But in my point of view, I think that there's something missing in the 2022 album. You know, it just seems so polished and so, like I said prior in my other review, the official review that I talked about with Electronic Generations, I feel like they edit the songs on the 2022 album to so much that it's like over polished, it's overdone, it's you know what I mean? You know what I mean by that? Essentially, if they left some mistakes in the songs, it would have maybe made the song more interesting, or the songs on the album from 2022. So in regards to the 2012 album, which is the artwork is, you can see like an eyeball, probably Carl Cox's eyeball with glasses, purple glasses, and it's like it's an animated kind of, in a sense of like an anime artwork. And my first impressions are this album is just so much higher in enjoyability, and I mean, than the 2022 offering from Carl Cox. I'm gonna definitely rate this album much higher, although I did give I think it was like 8 out of 10 for the Electronic Generations. So the only bad thing that I can say about the 2012 album is that by the end, there's a total of 15 songs. And at the end, the songs become less and less interesting. But nevertheless, they are good. And the one thing that is really good for All Roads Lead to the Dancefloor, the 2012 album from Carl Cox, is that there are no remixes on the album, as in they're all original songs. The one thing that takes away from the 2022 album is there's the acid trials or acid, what is that song called? But essentially there's like 6 remixes of the same song, which takes away from the album. I don't like it when they have remixes on an album. Well, there's exceptions to the rule. Sometimes the remixes are very good, and then I kind of say, all right, it's a good remix. But when they put on like remix after remix of other songs that have played before on the album, it kind of feels like they were just trying to fill the album just to make it longer, you know. And so as far as the 2012 album, I think the songs flow well together because they're all original. There's no repetition as in regards to remixes. So essentially, you know, with this album, I'm just gonna rate it right now. I all roads lead to the dance floor. I would rate it I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10, but I am going to give it a high ranking. And that ranking is going to be 9.8. Yes, that's right. 9.8 out of 10. That's how good the album is. It is 10 times better than his most recent offering. And I don't know if, well, I could probably say that Juanita, the lady that sings on the 3 songs, she has a lot to do with how well the songs have been perceived, in my opinion. She does a good job. She's got a beautiful voice, and it's just more funky, you know. It has more life. The album has more kind of like a vibe that really makes you want to dance. And I can't say the same for electronic generations. There's something missing with electronic generations. It's just not. It's not there. Some like I said, they over polished that album so much that they, in the end, they did more harm to the album than they were. They essentially did too much editing, in my opinion, on the electronic generations. But when it comes to a funky groove, a really good beat, just the right amount of time, 2 minutes to 4 minutes long, you know, just enough to enjoy it, and then it makes you want to come back and listen to it again. And the other thing is that the songs on the 2022 album, they're much longer. They're like 6-8 minutes long, which in some ways, some songs are good, but overall this album is 10 times better. So 9.8, that's 9.8 out of 10. That's what I feel that this album deserves. I mean, all I can say is I've heard it from beginning to end, and all I can say is that I want to listen to it again because it's that good of an album. Let me know what you think about my comments, and make your own comments down below in the video, in the comment section, of course. And then please give me a thumbs up so that the algorithm of YouTube will throw out this video to more people. And if you're here for the first time, please subscribe and let me know that you like these reviews. It really does tell me that there's people out there that enjoy these reviews. And as far as albums that I'm going to review next, I still want to do review Luke Vibert from Southern England. He's actually from the same area that Aphex Twin grew up in, which is the where the King Arthur Tintangle castle, the medieval imaginary castle, because the legend says that King Arthur once lived, but it's more likely a story, and so he's Luke Vibert is from Cornwall, and just like Aphex Twin. Aphex Twin was born in Ireland, but he grew up in Cornwall. And so anyway, I want to review one of Luke Vibert's, maybe several of his albums. Just thinking about which one I might review. As far as other albums that are in my head, thinking about reviewing them, there's one by Adam Beyer. Adam, I think he's a Swedish techno producer, and I'm thinking about reviewing his Ignition album from, I think it's 2002 or something like that. Other albums that I'm thinking of, I'm thinking about reviewing a drum and bass album. Strictly, maybe LTJ Buchem, or maybe we could review DJ Aphrodite, or there's also what other drum and bass albums are there? Well, obviously Prodigy, which Prodigy, like I said before, Prodigy are pioneers in their own right, and they came out of the rave sound in Great Britain, and Prodigy is just to the side, because I think I'm gonna dedicate my time with them, aside from drum and bass. As far as drum and bass albums, I think maybe Photek, Photek. That may be one of his albums, or like I said, LTJ Buchem, or what's that one? What's his name? Well, anyway, Groove Rider, and anyway, so that's sort of where I'm thinking I'm gonna go next, and maybe some house albums or trance albums, Paul van Dyk, or I'm just throwing out names. Paul van Dyk. There's also Joey Beltram, or Moloko, or there's Bjork. We could go into her discography. I really like Bjork a lot, especially her debut album called Debut, with Human Behavior on it. Really, really good album. And then, or maybe we can look at also, what is let's see, Mark Bell. He's behind the LFO. We are back. So I can review some of Mark Bell's albums. He's a really good artist. Or we can also review Sunscream Sunscreem. Their 1993 album is a classic. Love You More. Oh my gosh, I love that song. The lyrics are kind of depressing, but overall, the album just kicks butt, literally. I mean, I could review maybe Praga Khan or yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but definitely, as you can see, I have. There's Moby, of course. Moby is one of my favorite artists of all, so I've been kind of waiting to review him because I have a lot to say about Moby. And maybe Saint Antonin. That's more of a kind of a house, eclectic house music from England, which I really like. So Tough, that album is a classic. It might be more of a pop album than underground, but you know. Or should I review Two Unlimited or Culture Beat, or should I do any of the Euro dance albums? Like, for instance, U96, or like I said, Two Unlimited, Culture Beat. There's so many of those, right? Two Men on the Fourth Floor. And then there's what is Slave to the Music. Well, that's 24/7. Yeah, there. That's another great group. Eurodance. DJ Bobo. I have to say some of the DJ Bobo albums are kind of kitschy, but he does have some good albums. Like when he first started out, like in '93, with Somebody Dance With Me. I got this feeling, somebody dance with me. Oh, anyway, let me know if you want me to review any Eurodance albums, and maybe I'll go and review some of Detroit techno albums like Jeff Mills or some Carl Craig albums, or what's that guy's name? Man, it's just I can't think of it right now. Well, anyway, let's see, who else? Kevin Saunderson with Inner City. I can review some of those albums, like Fire, or their debut album, or the one that has Pennies from Heaven, which is a classic house techno track. There's also, let's see, what else? I mean, well, you get what I'm trying to get at. Give me some comments down below and let me know if you have any artists that you would want me to focus on. Chemical Brothers, or, you know, the like. So, I'm going to sign out from here. I'm just rambling right now. But, maybe the orb. as I start talking about something else, it comes back to me, on different ideas of what songs or what albums I should review, or maybe some dubstep with what's that guy's name? Oh man, he's from Los Angeles. Anyways, Skrillex. Yeah, Skrillex. So yeah, he Skrillex has a new album, or had a new album that came out like last year in 2023. Of course, we're in 2024. There's what other albums? Well, anyway, I'm gonna let you go. Let me know what you think, and let me know if there's any group that you want me to focus on. Maybe Front 242, some industrial techno, like, or Skinny Puppy, or Ministry, KMDF. What is that group? KMDFM, something like that. Anyway, let me know. Let me know, and I always read the comments, and I'll respond and let you know. So, have a good night. See ya.